Eric Run, Report Game Geek. I'm here with Sandy Peterson and Lincoln Peterson from Peterson Games, looking at Planet Apocalypse, which we had previewed at Gamma, I think, 18 months ago, possibly longer.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, but so, you have the finished
we do. We have a finished copy here. This is Planet Apocalypse. This is a cooperative game of tower defense and combat and character advancement, where you are it's the apocalypse. Demons from hell have risen up to overthrow the world. So it's kind of a blast back to when I worked on the game Doom and Quake.
Okay.
And you are the heroes facing off hell. It's quite a tough co-op game. The demons are easily able to win. There's 10 different maps over the course of the game that you can link into a campaign. They get steadily harder.
Okay.
And there's a variety of different overlords and fourth circle demons and heroes to add interesting variety. The fourth circle demons are kind of like mini bosses. When one of them comes on, it changes the whole game in some interesting way that is obnoxious for the players.
Okay.
These interesting dice are the despair dice that you roll when you resolve an invasion token. It shows how many demons come. And as the game progresses, you keep adding more and more despair dice to the pool, so there's more and more demons showing up.
Okay.
This is a sample hero.
All right. I'm going to bring out them.
And what you have on these is that the heroes have abilities, and they start with an ability, and they have two abilities that they can kick in, and this is their advancement system, where they spend courage, and this character has 5 different start locations, and then you can advance through. This one only has 2, and so they all have a different chart they advance through to improve their character. Some of the characters are more supporty than others, but all of them have to actually fight in order to have a chance to winning the game.
If you think you can, I don't have to fight, I'll just heal people, you're going to lose.
Your team will lose. Yeah. You have to always fight.
And what's the player count?
The player count is 1 to 5.
Okay.
Although I say, if one player plays, he really needs to run 2 characters, but if you're the guy that plays alone, you can probably handle that. So
so you can work out. And you said 10 different scenarios, missions?
There's 10 different maps. And then
there's 5 different maps, and they're double-sided.
No, the 2 sides are quite different.
Well, they are.
There's 10 different maps, but some of them, like this one has 2 versions. Yeah. This is the Doomgate map. And you flip it over and change the way it works, and you have the invasion map, which is S-shaped.
Yes, that is what I remembered.
And it goes like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's too big to fit.
Now goes off the camera.
Yeah.
But this is the S-shaped map, and they just progress along this chart to come get you. And the other map, they go in a circle, like they're doing some kind of chanting thing. And then there's a map for Washington D.C., and there's a map for going for Cape Canaveral, and there's a dragon. There's a map that has the Hell Dragon, a giant dragon that you actually fight on top of it first. Then you go inside, you're fighting inside its organs. And so they're quite weird. Plus, in addition to the maps all being different, you have the demon lords. You can have any demon lord on any map.
Okay.
And there's 14 demon lords.
Yeah.
And also there's different difficulty ratings among them, so that the 4-star demon lords are harder to beat than the 1-star. But even if you play on the easiest map with the easiest boss, and the first time you play, you'll probably lose. I mean, my team will beat that every time, but then there's levels where it's more challenging.
Okay, so what's the nature of a turn?
Nature of a turn is that first there is a team phase where you pick the team captain. Well, actually, it's picked. The game says who it is, and then you do the team actions. You can buy goodies. You can recruit troops. That's what your towers are that defend against the monsters. They're actually soldiers or volunteers that you, like cops or whatever, that you place in the areas. They shoot at the demons as they come in, and they also can absorb hits for you. But you do team things, and then there's the player turn. Each player in turn can do, they can move, they can fight, and they can drop off an ambush if they have some team members. And if they have other actions, they can do those too, but usually they don't.
Yeah, it's usually specific to
So you're moving around, you're trying to get back to the start to recruit, going out and fight, and then after that is the enemy phase, when the monsters attack and move and spawn new monsters, and also your despair track clicks up. Yeah. And this is basically it starts here, and then each monster phase, this advances 1 step for each player.
Okay.
So the more players you have, the faster it advances. And whenever it passes go, the Lord track clicks up, and you get another despair pool. So
Yeah,
So with 5 players, it clicks up pretty fast.
Yeah, so the way that you spawn the demons is you roll a die. You roll these dice. So if the start of the game, it starts off with 4 dice, and every pair, you guys spawn a circle. So this is the first circle.
That's the second circle. And you can tell because it has 1 dot, and this has 2 dots on each side. That's the second circle.
And then for every...
But if you'd roll this instead, he'd only get 1 first circle.
Yeah. And for every demon that comes, also a larva comes with it. So like
they're like a limbo minion, like a damned soul that accompanies them. And then to fight them, you roll dice of a variety of polyhedral colors, and the bigger dice are better. And you don't use the number just has to exceed the defense of the monster. So to kill a first circle demon, you have to beat a 4. To kill a fiend, you have to beat a 6. So if you only have a 6-sided dice, you can't even hurt the fiend.
Right.
And then the cacodemon, it's only a 4, but there's 2 4s. So you have to have 2 dice. You don't add them together, that each are higher than 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
So even if you have 2 dice, you may not roll both higher than 4. So he's scary. And the monsters fight the same way to the players. They will roll this number of dice. Like the guy rolls 3d10, and if your player's toughness is typical like 2, then any die roll higher than 2 is going to hurt you. So the monsters are kind of scary, like you'd expect. But you're not killed by a single hit, and the demons are.
Right. Okay. Right.
And then the lords and the mini bosses add other things that are more challenging. So the game always seems scary, and if you win, it's usually you have to go attack the lord, and typically you can't beat the lord in a single attack, because you'll fight him for a while, then you'll get beat down, you'll retreat and lick your wounds, then you go back in again, and so it takes 2 or 3 hits, and by the time you're back for the second or third bout, like the demons are still advancing and the doom track's going up, and there's more monsters, and it's more frantic, and usually, almost always when you win, if you win, and it's like 1 more turn we would have lost,
Right.
But we did it just in the nick of time, so it's
Like you'll see that the Lord rolls 60-12, for instance. So it's like, okay, well, how do we fight that? I mean,
so you gotta have troopers along with you to absorb hits, or you gotta have abilities, and you have to rank up your characters, like with those So the way this works is when you're encouraged by killing demons, each demon's 1 courage, and you spend the courage to buy gifts. And the gifts, when you place a gift card, you get this, and you also get whatever on the gift card, and there's different possibilities. You might increase your attack, or have a better heal, or give you some one-time benefit. And so you kind of design your character, so the core of it is always different, is always the same for that character, but the actual gifts you get vary widely. And
you just have to put them all together with the other players.
And there's also a pool of courage that is earned from the ambushes. When they kill demons, they earn courage, but it goes into a courage pool that the team captain chooses how it's divided up.
Yeah. Okay. All right. There you go. There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on.
There you go. And a horrible landscape.
It's a very intense, very in-depth co-op game.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for the overview. Planet Apocalypse from Peterson Games.